Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for joining us for Fantasy Celebrity Wrestling. Earlier tonight, it was Coach Hayes and Coach Duke in a brawl out in the parking lot. As you can see, Coach Duke took Coach Hayes' leg, put it in the door of a limousine, and slammed it not once, but twice into the door of that limousine, injuring Coach Hayes' leg. Now, Coach Hayes wants Coach Duke one-on-one in the ring in a no disqualification match.
On the way to the ring, from Alabama, the legend.
Here he is, friends, Coach Duke, the legendary softball coach. Numerous state championships in Mississippi. Also has coached baseball. Now he's in the fight of his life against Coach Hayes. We don't really know what started this dispute, but we know it's going to be settled right here in the ring. Coach Duke obviously has a lot on his mind this evening. Coach Hayes would like to change Coach Duke's plans. Now, what I'd like to see is if Coach Duke can take advantage of that injured leg of Coach Hayes. Coach Duke has been around a long time, and if there's one thing he knows, it's how to take advantage of somebody's weakness. And here's his opponent.
And the opponent, from Alabama, the immovable object.
Coach Hayes, a football coach from the past, now principal. Again, we're not sure what started this dispute between Coach Hayes and Coach Duke, but we do know that it led to a brawl in the parking lot. Let's see if Coach Hayes seems to be favoring that right leg that was slammed in the car door by Coach Duke. He seems to have shaken it off. We'll see in just a few minutes whether or not this leg is injured as bad as it seemed in the clip from the parking lot. Coach Hayes is on a mission to get revenge from Coach Duke. And I don't know if the fans really like Coach Hayes or Coach Duke. All right, we're about to get things started here. And the referee rings the bell. And Coach Duke wasting no time going to work on Coach Hayes. Oh my goodness, at the power of Coach Duke. Coach Duke going to work on the left arm of Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes counters with a right, another right, another right. Just a series of rights on Coach Duke. Coach Duke with a counter of his own. A knee to the midsection. Coach Duke, what's he going to do? What's he thinking? Oh, he just slammed Coach Hayes into the turnbuckle. Coach Duke going to work now. Coach Duke with a submission move, the Boston Crab. Will Coach Hayes tap out? Coach Hayes in a world of hurt, I believe. What's this?
From Alabama,
Miss Spiller,
the superstar.
the counselor. What's she doing out here? This is supposed to be a one-on-one match between Coach Hayes and Coach Duke. Well, it appears that Coach Hayes has taken out a little insurance policy. The referee needs to get Miss Spiller out of the ring. She has no business with that steel folding chair. Oh my goodness. Miss Spiller taking it to Coach Duke with a steel folding chair. The referee needs to restore order in this matchup. And it looks like, Yes,
The
it's
Bruiser.
Miss Devers. She's obviously come to the aid of Coach Duke. Well, I'm glad somebody in the back knows right from wrong. Coach Hayes and Coach Duke going at it. Now Miss Devers and Miss Spiller in the ring. And Miss Devers going to work on Miss Spiller. Coach Hayes and Coach Duke just standing around wondering what's going on. Now, Miss Devers, a kick to Coach Hayes, then to Miss Spiller. Coach Duke getting a little close to the action. But Miss Spiller counters. Oh, and a neck breaker by Coach Hayes. Now, Miss Spiller and Coach Hayes working over Coach Duke. And a double team by Miss Spiller and Coach Hayes. Ooh, Miss Devers with that steel folding chair going to work. And Miss Spiller with a right. Miss Devers with a right. Coach Hayes and Coach Duke going at it. Miss Spiller and Miss Devers going at it. The referee needs to restore order in this match. He needs to get Miss Spiller and Miss Devers out of the ring. Coach Duke with an Irish whip puts Coach Hayes in the corner. Now Coach Duke with a knee to Miss Spiller. Miss Devers again with that steel folding chair right to the head of Coach Hayes. Coach Duke throws Miss Spiller halfway across the ring. Coach Duke Irish whips Coach Hayes into the ropes. Now Coach Hayes with a suplex. What's this?
James.
Mr. Stanger, he needs to go back to class. He has no business out here in this matchup. We need some help.
From Alabama.
Well, it looks just like that's what we're going to get. Business is picking up now. Mr. Adams, the bandman, coming to the aid of his fellow Mississippi State graduates. Mr. Adams taking it to Mr. Stanger. Miss Devers taking it to Miss Spiller. Meanwhile, Coach Hayes, Coach Duke. Oh, and Coach Hayes just snaps Coach Duke's neck on the top ring rope. Mr. Adams and Mr. Stanger still going at it. Miss Devers and Miss Spiller still going at it outside the ring. Looks like they've slowed the match down. Coach Hayes more interested right now in helping Miss Spiller defend herself against Miss Devers. But what he doesn't realize is the risk that Coach Duke is taking in the ring. Now Coach Duke goes up. Oh, and off the top rope onto the floor. Onto Miss Spiller. Mr. Adams and Mr. Stanger going at it. Miss Devers, Miss Spillers still going at it. Now Coach Hayes and Coach Duke back in the ring, exchanging rights. Locking horns now. Coach Duke with a series of rights, and Coach Duke with a Mississippi clothesline takes Coach Hayes down. Coach Duke blatantly choking Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes looks out. Now the cover by Coach Duke. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, it's over. Here are your winners. Coach Duke with a little help from a couple of Mississippi State graduates, Miss Devers and Mr. Adams. Let's go back now and take a look at the replay. That clothesline, the Mississippi clothesline by Coach Duke. The blatant choke. And then the cover for the 1, 2, 3. We're out of time, folks. Thank you for watching